As we take this walk to the Gowanus Canal, I want to take a second to talk about estuaries and salt marshes. Estuaries are ecosystems formed by the meeting of fresh water from rivers and streams and the salt water of the ocean. This mixing of salt water and fresh water produces brackish water that provides habitat and nutrients for many species of animals and plants. Estuaries and their associated salt marshes are therefore some of the most diverse habitats on the planet. Indeed, the richness of the fish and the shellfish harvests in the Hudson River and East River estuaries laid the foundation for the early growth of New York City. However, as the city grew, salt marshes were converted to residential and industrial land, and the estuaries were overfished and polluted. One of the most polluted of these old estuarine habitats is the Gowanus Canal, originally the Gowanus Creek in Brooklyn. This area was originally a salt marsh, but was converted for heavy industrial use and was surrounded by tanneries, paint factories, machine shops, and chemical plants, all with associated air and water pollutants. The worst pollution was from coal tar, produced by coal plants along the canal. Because the canal itself is not a stream, but instead an inlet that does not have its own flow, the pollutants accumulated in the canal over the centuries and were never washed away. Because of its location in the heart of Brooklyn, there has been continuous effort to get funding to clean up the Gowanus Canal. In 2009, the Gowanus Canal was designated a Superfund site by the EPA, making its cleanup a federal effort. The cleanup began in 2020, and you can see that the work is underway, including the revitalization of the banks of the canal to manage stormwater and reduce the volume of sewage overflows into the canal. While there is still much work to be done, we can see the efforts here being put in to restoring an important part of New York City's past, present, and future. Nearby the canal, there is another sign of an improving city. On top of the Whole Foods on 3rd Street is the Brooklyn Grange Rooftop Farm. This greenhouse facility is a first test in producing produce for people in the city from within the city, without the need to import that produce from surrounding rural areas.